Okay, so this is the OUYA. I got it set up. I'm gonna say right now, it wants you to have your debit card, which I think is really bad in my opinion. That shouldn't be there. And you cannot actually continue to the system without having internet and a debit card. So that is major down points because it feels like the whole issue with Xbox One. But once I passed all that, you can have the system in offline mode just by unplugging it. Your account's still signed in. As you can see, there's my account, XX1, Talon1XX. If you want to somehow hit me up on an OUYA, if you have an OUYA, cool, I guess, you know. But, yeah, once you put your credit card information, I didn't like that. You have to do it to get in, but you can unplug the system and you technically never have to go online again unless you want to get some games and some apps first. I got water and stuff. I don't know how long I'm going to be talking here. Probably not that long, but oh my god, it's so hot in Canada right now. So, here's the main screen. These videos, I should clarify, are going to be just me updating and talking about some stuff I got working, because I like porting things to this thing so far. It's kind of fun. But first let's go in. These are official OUYA apps. All of these I think I have on here are free, except for Cannonbolt's, and they say everything is free to try. Cannonbolt's gimmick is you have 5 tries per day, or you can buy it and have unlimited tries. So there's that, whatever kind of thing. Let's jump into what ROM do I have? I might have an N64 ROM on here. It says I have GoldenEye. I'm not sure if I actually have GoldenEye. These aren't actually on my USB drive. Unless they are. I don't think they are, to be honest, though. So, if you ever try to find your games, they'll usually be under USB drive, under your, they'll be, because it'll start off under SD card, you have to back out, and then it'll show your SD card, you back out again, then you'll be under the Android, and then under there there'll be USB drive, and that'll be your USB drive. It's difficult to get working sometimes, but as long as you know that, you should be good. Now, I only have one N64 ROM on here, because I wanted to test something that no one's tested yet, and that was testing hacked N64 games. Now it's asking about my controllers. I have synced up a controller here. Very difficult to do at first. If you can't get your controllers to work, do a hard reset. Your console, when it says turn off, half the time you're not actually turning it off. You need to hold the button for a couple minutes. Then it's going to ask you to shut off the system, then you hit yes. Half the time you just put it in sleep mode, and that can be confusing because sometimes applications won't work until you do a hard reset. That's something to know, because if you don't, you might get really pissed off. I got pissed off. It took me an hour to realize it. I'm just going to restart. Is it unmapped? Press a button. Okay. Let me just hit resume. Define each player's controller. See, because I have more than one controller on, it's giving me an issue. Remind me. I think it's that my controller might be not mapped right now. I think that's what's wrong, because I may have mapped another controller. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I can play, good. If I can't, oh well. Okay, so you see a black screen. That's technically not the emulator fault. Okay, so this is Animal Crossing. Let's turn this down. Animal Crossing was made on N64 first, so this is an English translation. Works fine, except when I go to my pockets in the game, which it's for some reason not letting me do at this moment. That must be the unmapped issue it was talking about. But you saw how the screen was black and you hear the music? Every time I go into my pockets, it goes utterly black. And I just can't see what I'm doing. It's kind of weird that I can't do that. I don't know how it's unmapped, but I guess it is. But this is, as I said, a hacked ROM, and it works. It's running fine, but the thing is I've noticed with most N64 ROMs, there is a weird... it feels like there's only 20 frames, but the game's running full speed. It's kind of something that happened on the original N64, and there's a lot of plugin issues. You might be able to see it. You probably can't because of the camera, but there's texture lines and stuff like that. Mupen 64 isn't a great emulator. GoldenEye has a bit of issues, mostly with sound. Once you change the plugin, there are 3 plugins. But I think they should add some more plugins, or make Project 64 on this. If I get a port of Project 64, you'll see the video. But let's back out of here. Let's see, what else do I have? I can show you the DS emulator real fast. That's something that I know people are interested in. I think I have this. Unless I'm not seeing it. I think I might have deleted it. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had that on here. But DS ROMs, they run like at 15 frames. Not that great. Super Nintendo ROMs work pretty perfect, except I think there is some TV lag, but it's because I have an HD TV, and I think that's what's happening. But once you turn your TV to game mode, it should be fine. Out of the 2 NES emulators, there will be 2 in the store. This one's better just for playing, and this one's better if you want filters and effects and change the gameplay a bit. Yeah, I haven't tried any other emulators, but I'm assuming they work fine. They're everything under PS1, which works fine. Yeah, but that's not really what I want to show you. Let's go into Make. This is where I've been porting things. This is where the video series, hopefully, I make here will continue, is from stuff I port. Now, most people that are interested in the OUYA have seen some of these already, but we're going to do it anyways and show you. XBMC works perfectly. The only thing you might have an issue with is getting a USB drive to work, but once you go to add videos, it'll ask you where to go, and then you just go to parent folder, you'll be under your Android, and then you find the thing. It's just like I explained a minute ago. I don't think I have any videos on here at the moment, plus I can't really show you because of copyright, but they run fine. I ran a 720p MKV and it worked fine. It had subtitles worked, so anyone who watches anime and stuff like that should be good to go. But I don't support piracy. He says, well, he shows some of his OUYA stuff. He has the time, and weather will work once you go online, so that's cool. And let's actually check the camera. As I said, we'll probably do this a few times. We're still going, that's good. Okay, so let's go back to Make. That's just some of the more interesting ones. One of the first ones I got to work, that's a game, has been Sonic 4, I think they're calling it. Sonic 4 Part 1, there's I think 2 parts, and they release it like that on consoles and everything. Automatically, no controller setup required for this one. Only thing is, the menu has to be done with a touchpad, which is this if you don't know. So, I already have a file going. I'm not a fan of this game or this port by any means, but yeah, you gotta use this to get going. Play the sack, yes. Then you just put that away. But otherwise, this game's controls works fine, pretty much. I just don't like this game. It's too, because it's an Android phone game, it's too close to the screen, and yeah, and you can play with the D-pad and you can play with the analog, but it runs perfect, I think. All games might not have full frames just because it's a phone game. Okay, where's the thing? Oh. Okay, oh come on. I'm good at video games. There. But that I don't like. That's the effect they do for this game. I just don't like that. But this game works pretty perfect. I'm just apparently not good at this game. I like the original Sonic. This one's just I don't like that. Okay. But if you like Sonic, this works fine. I hate when stuff stops your speed like that. Always annoys me. Yeah, that works. You go now, if you don't know how to exit games, if the game doesn't allow you to exit, if you just hold the OUYA button, you'll back out, so that's good. Okay, so this is a big one that people were interested in. There is a video of a guy getting it to work. I don't know how he can put his controller up and get the game to run. This is the newest version of it. He might have the older one, but it crashes on me all the time. This is Minecraft. And you gotta use this. Now let's go into the options. See, I'm clicking the options. Nothing's happening. And then it crashes. Sometimes the game will allow you to work, and sometimes it won't. So like, let's hit play. And it's not working. But sometimes, actually, if we try this... Oh, sorry. And give it a minute to breathe. While I drink this, because I'm thirsty. Okay. I can get in here. Oh, but I think it's crashed now. So I've noticed with this, with that, the longer I leave it, the farther I can get into the game. Now I've gone to the actual game. Issue is, it's not, the controller isn't mapped on it, so I can only do like little things. I can't move, I can't turn the camera, but I can, I think, like do this, which is pretty useless, to be honest with you. We're still going, it's good. Now, before I actually move on to any of this, I should tell you, File Explorer is the thing that got me to get these files from a USB stick. You can download all these from the internet with their internet browser here, but if you want to put stuff on a USB stick, you just can't at the moment. But if you use ES File Explorer, you'll have to download it through the OUYA, through its internet browser. But you can go into here and like hit the parent folder. I'm under the device now. There is some controller support. It doesn't always work. USB drive, and then this is the USB drive. And that's how I have these games installed. Okay, now we're back here. So that was just a quick thing. Now, Stealth Bastard is one that I haven't seen people talk about yet on here. It runs kind of. It's so hot right now. Oh my god. I'm like dying in here. Stealth Bastard. I played this once a long time ago, but... So if you listen, I know you can't hear it, but I can hear the menu trying to work. But to actually get into the game, you gotta use the touchpad. Oh. I guess I'll just hit continue. But other than that, the game works. Kind of. There is no controller options, which makes the issue you're gonna see here. The game is pretty much barely playable. So I can only use the D-pad, I can't use this. And up does not work. I'm hitting up, it doesn't work. Down does though. Here's the trick I have found out. If you put your cursor on here, and I know people aren't going to want to play it like this, because I don't either, and you touch the touchpad every time you want to jump without moving it, you might be able to actually play the game a little bit. Oh no, poor guy's gonna die. Okay. So let's But at the moment, the only way I found out how to jump is just to put your cursor on the thing and just tap it when you want to jump. Try not to move it, and you should be good. Now, up does work, only when you're doing switches and like going through doors, I think. But it doesn't work as a jump command. And I've hit every button. This button here on the OUYA, if you ever try doing this button resets the game. So don't touch that button. Okay, so I had to touch it there. So all the menus, you're going to have to use this. And then you're going to want to move it back. So far, this is as much as I can do. Like, it's almost playable. But because I don't have that jump button, it's not. So if anyone's got this to work with the jump button on the OUYA, please contact me, that'd be nice. And if you have any questions, you know, oh my god, how do I do this? Go. Okay. So as you can see, it's almost playable. Alright, so we showed you those. Let's leave that one last, because I know you might be interested in that one. Now, there is an emulator, PS1 emulator for OUYA in the store, but it wants you to pay for it. Personally, I'm like, why would you pay for an emulator? That sounds illegal to me, but you know, But you will need the BIOS. The BIOS you'll need to get however you want to get it, but legally you have to go get your own BIOS. Run game. Now it thinks I just have Mega Man 4, and see how it has art? If you're online, it will download art, but I'm offline right now, and I actually have a new game. So if I hit rescan, I gotta tell it where to scan. So I don't know if it's gonna pick it up or not. It might not. No, I have to physically tell it where to scan. So once again, parent folder, oh shit, I saw it. Oh well. Can I exit? Okay, yeah. And then USB drive, and I think I can. Oh, it's still in the RAR. I'm an idiot. I didn't unRAR it. Oh well. Let me just jump back into there. I have Diablo. I'm going to be playing Diablo at some point. But I do have Mega Man X, this thing still on here. I think. Yeah. You can turn this on and off if you want. I turned it on because, you know, nostalgia kind of thing. But I have Diablo. It's still in the RAR folder. I forgot to extract it. I just got home not that long ago, so. Now, from what I've seen, this emulator runs perfect, but I haven't got the controls working. I've seen online the controls working, so I know they do. I just need to go through the options and check it out. But from what I understand, this emulator works 100%. You know, works, and it's free. So you know. And actually, on this game, this is my backup of the game. But yeah, that runs fine. So we basically showed you everything I need to, but we'll show you the two big ones. Let's show you Conduit first, and then we'll show you GTA, and then from here we will end the video, and we'll hopefully, if you have any requests, or if you've been doing the same thing I've been doing, you have games that I haven't tried that you think I really should try, please tell me. There is a Skyrim ripoff called, like, Shadow... What's it called? Something like Shadow Lord or something. I try to get it work, and then it's like, oh, you have a controller, would you like to use it? And I keep on hitting yes, and then it like crashes every time, so I almost got it to work. So I've already actually have got this game to load before. And this is the Conduit game that was on Wii, except it's actually HD now, and has a controller instead of that, so that's kind of cool. It wants me to tap, but this controller is automatically mapped, and it works fine. It works perfect. There's going to be a dude right here, isn't there? Oh, no. So I gotta destroy that with grenades.
Those conduits. You'll need to take them out before we move on.
Do I have grenades? Oh god, oh god, oh god. Go away. I may have to change the sensitivity on this a bit, but that's not an issue. Oh, there we go, I do have grenades.
Hold on. There are strange readings coming from ahead. I don't like the looks of this. Bring out your ASE to see the path to your objective.
That door's shiny. Now, basically this runs perfect. It doesn't. There looks like there is some dropped frames once in a while, but it doesn't actually slow the game down. It just, you know, it kind of looks sometimes a little jittery once in a while. But that's because it's supposed to be on a phone, and you're not going to notice this kind of thing when it's on a phone. But when it's on a giant TV, you're going to notice it. Are they fighting each other or just all me? I guess they're all trying to fight me. Oh shit! Oh, get away! Yep. Works perfectly. Works great. Now this is the big one that I think a lot of people have seen but have been a little confused about. I just got one right off the internet. You can get the one off the Android Play or Google Play or whatever and just install it. Now installing, I might make a separate video if you want. If you've watched all the way this long and you really want to know how to do it, I will make a separate video, better quality, so you can actually see how to install games off a flash drive. Just know, off a flash drive, you will need the ES file thing that I showed you a little while ago. That's all. Once again, controller is automatically hooked up. You don't need to put the controls in. I can't believe it's been 10 years since this game's been out. Oh, resume. I guess my save worked. And yeah. It's the same game, except it's in HD.
Don't mess with me.
Now, I saw a guy online, he was saying that there was texture issues, but I think those were supposed to be mountains. He's like, oh, there's like really bad texture issues in the background. Let's just take a look. Yeah, those are mountains. The dude thought like the mountain, like it was all like dead textures, but I think that's just the mountain. Unless mine's running better than his, I don't know. But I have the radio, that works. And it runs pretty much the same as it would. Only thing is though, well, when I'm playing this close to the screen, it feels jittery, but I think that's because I'm 2 inches away. Graphics look really nice on it. Once again, it feels like there's 20 frames instead of 25, but it's not slowing down frames, it's just there isn't as many. So it's not slow by any means, it's just less frames because it was, oh, I should go get that, shouldn't I? But, you know, I can put this on this console here, go downstairs on my 50-inch, parents' 50-inch, yeah, and play GTA 3 on a lazy boy chair without having to hook up a PS2 or something that doesn't have HD. I flipped the Banshee already. Yeah, like there is people that they pop in, as you can see, they pop in. I'm not sure if you can see, but people pop in, but that's just because the draw distance isn't grand. I have this on max, actually. You can turn things down, but I wish the draw distance was a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain. So yeah, let's back out of there. So that is everything in here. If you have any questions, recommendations, any of that, you want to see other things I didn't actually show in this video, write in the comments, and I will do a part 2, and then in part 2 you can write a part 3, and so on and so forth. And yeah.